Hello, welcome back. I've finished off penning out my outline of my work. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rubber, I'm going to hold the page and I'm going to very gently just remove the planning for it. I've got to make sure that I stretch the page out, because what I don't want to do at this time is ruin all my good work and actually tear or crumple the page in any way. So I'm just going to very quickly take my pencil lines off. Not the most exciting video on the internet, watching someone rub out some pencil lines, so I do apologise. But I think it's important that you see the process that I'm going through, so that you can replicate it yourself rather than just me come up with this beautiful finished thing at the end. Well, beautiful, I don't know if I go that far, but the finished product at the end. Let's just rub that out a little bit more. And if you weren't watching me, I'd probably spend a little bit more time and rub a little bit more out. There we go. That's most of it away. Right, so I'm going to clean off my rubbing marks and all my little bits of eraser. And I've got my final outline of my bag there. So I'm going to use two colours for this. As I said, we're going to screen print it, or think about screen printing it, so I'm going to try and keep the down to a minimum. So I'm going to think, well, what's going to be what colour? I think the less plastic I'm just going to have out just on its own, just with the colour of the substrate. So the bag has a colour, you know, it has this kind of Hessian brown colour, so I'm going to make that stand out. So I might make that green, and I think I'll make the swirls going across a kind of blue. So I'm going to just very quickly put them in blue. Now, again, I'm aware that perhaps it's not the most exciting thing in the world, so I'm just going to do a couple of little bits and then I'm going to leave you and I'm going to finish it off. If I was more skilled with the camera, I might do some kind of time lapse, and I had a little go at that earlier on. It didn't really work too well, so I do apologise. So that's that. Now, I might actually have to go to more than two colours, because I don't think I'm going to have enough with my fish. But I might get around that in another way. What I might do, instead of using more colour, I might bring more interest into it, perhaps by doing some kind of design work. Now you can see that I made a mistake with this swirl. It kind of goes into here, and I took another swirl along the bottom. So what I might do is I might make that bottom swirl the blue colour, and I might make the top of that swirl the blue colour as well. I was thinking about making it green, but I think it would look a bit strange. I suppose it is the ocean. And I've got, I'm going to make that the blue, and it's coming around in this wave shape. Now, and that's going to be the blue too. So I have to make decisions about all the time, and I suppose that's what design is about. It's about making those decisions as you go. It's about evaluating things and seeing how things are going. Now I've got this kind of swirl going up here, so I think I might make some of these green. So if I make the bottles green, it gives the wrong impression. You know, you've got this eco-friendly kind of colour, you know, going green, and then we've got these green bottles. So I think that, you know, I might try and stay away from them. But I think I might make them more life green, because, you know, it's a positive message. So I'm going to render them in, and I can see this video is getting to 5 minutes now, just about. So I'm going to stop in a minute, and I'm going to go off and I'm going to render the rest in. And then I'll get you to rejoin me for the last bit, where I'm going to put the detail on top. So I've got the life green, and now it's quite harmonising, so I think I might need something to pop. So I think I might use a red after all. I think, you know, the less plastic is kind of dangerous, so less plastic stands out more. And I might bring some of these hearts in the red as well, to contrast with the, you know, the cold colours of the green and the blue, and have this nice warm red running through my hearts, and running through my stars, my bits and pieces. So I'm going to go and I'm going to yeah, I think 3 colours. We're below the screen printing budget. Like that. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to render the rest of this up, and if you join me in the next one, thanks. Now this video I'm not going to say anything, I'm just going to colour in, and you can choose to watch it or not watch it, but it's just me colouring in, so enjoy. So I'm just making decisions about colours. You know, I've got some red up there, so I need some contrast in green. Maybe. So I'm just thinking about, I've got blue over there, so I might have some more blue. I've got blue here, so I probably don't want to use blue, I'll just use green. So I'm just going through and doing the bits. Now this is red, so I think I'll make this star kind of green. Middle. Don't know, maybe blue for the bottle. Yeah, why not? Becomes more of a shape than an actual bottle. And let's go for green for this bottle. They said not to, but we'll give it a go. I've forgotten I'd said not to, so. Sometimes you've got to roll with the mistakes. I mean, I could be doing some kind of fancy kind of blending and adding in different colours, but that's not really what this is about, this video. Now you can see the problem is I'm going to have green into green. I think I'll save that later on with my pen work. So I'm going to go back in and do some more pen work on top of this. Maybe some thicker lines, some thinner lines, maybe adding some textural details. Maybe think about the black when it was screen printed over the top. I could put in lots and lots of detail into it as well, like that. So no real plan at this point. I'm just kind of colouring in. That's 10 minutes of me colouring in, so if you've managed to watch this far, well done, you're doing very, very well. You can see a mistake I made there with the fin. Drew my line through it. Let's think, would that look better going along there a little bit more? Maybe. Yeah, just take that along a little bit. Now, if I was being all fancy, I'd probably put a drop shadow in here, but again, you know, this isn't about, you know, creating depth that way. It's just about kind of flat screen printed. So we try to keep it as flat as possible. Now, I've got these fish. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with these fish. I had originally just, if I look back at my other design work, they were kind of black. I think if I put a big black fish right in the middle of it, it might be a little bit overpowering. So I might go for a colour. Now, the obvious one would be green for that, because it kind of contrasts with the red going through here, blends it, leads into this bit here. I might just leave that just now and come back to it when I see how it looks. If I start to pen things out, I can always add more colour in later on. And I might leave that bottle and maybe the other fish as well. So I think that is more or less my colouring in done. Maybe go back and make that a little bit more solid. Like so. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, so I'll leave it there. If you've managed to get this far, well done.